be like totally confused about which Wolverine comic you're looking for. Case in point, like I went to my comic book store and I looked at the Wolverine books. I was thinking about, I'm going to buy a Batman book. I'm going to buy a Wolverine book. Because I haven't read Wolverine in a while, and I just felt like I would like to read a Wolverine book. And I was looking through it, and I was just like lost. Like, which one should I read? And I remember I was talking to a worker, comic book shop, person who's new. I didn't even know who the person was. And we were talking about Wolverine. And it's like, he was like, I have to, like, reorganize this because I am, like, people get confused, like, which Wolverine book they want because there's the same title, but, different artist and writer. It's very confusing. It's a very confusing thing to look for because it's like, with Batman, there's Batman Detective Comics, Batman Gotham Knights, Batman Incorporated, Batman Eternal. There's like several Batman books, and it's like there's only like one Batman series, but it's always. I mean, the thing I'll give it is, at least with New 52, they put on that fucking number, New 52, and you're like, oh, New 52 Batman. Don't buy it. Or you look at Catwoman. I love Catwoman. I absolutely love Catwoman. And it's always, like, anytime I see Catwoman New 52, I'm just like, no. I don't know why. I love the artwork. The artist who drew Catwoman is brilliant. Not like my Catwoman, who's a brilliant artist. But when you look at the New 52 comics, I don't really like how they treated Catwoman, in my opinion. I don't know why. It's just, I wish, Tom King would do Catwoman. But I'm happy he's doing Batman and Catwoman. Because you're going to get everything you want in it. You just better pull the trigger when it comes to the wedding. It'd be funny, though, if they have, like, Alfred do a shotgun wedding. So, I mean, for me, it's always worrisome how they're going to relaunch it. They're going to, like, have Batman go from 86 to 100, then relaunch it. And it's like, one thing I'm happy that they're doing the Batman Catwoman thing. One thing I hope for Tom King. And I know throughout this whole podcast I sort of shit on Tom King and made the joke they Tom King'd it, I hope for him with his Batman Catwoman, he gives a good ending. A good ending for this. I mean, he was there from Rebirth to now. I just hope he gives a good ending. I want a happy, good ending for Batman and Catwoman. And I hope with, James Tian doing his Batman, I hope he does, like, the Bat family. Like, that's what a lot of people want. They want the entire Bat family in a Batman book. And I would love to see that. I really want to see, a Bat family and all that. Like, it'd be great for the Batman comics and stuff. Like, the thing I always talked about is how family values and stuff, the family dynamic, the family storyline is rarely seen anymore. And with Batman, it's always like when you look at the Bat Family and you look at like a group photo of them, like the way that they did in Detective Comics 1000, where you've seen the family portrait of the Bat Family. For me, like, that image was always like, to me, like, wow. Like, it's a really cool image. I'm like, where is this at in the comics? Like, I look at the Superman family, like, you know, Lois, John, Clark, Kara. Is it Kara or Kara? I think it's Kara. I think that's what it is. And the Superdog, and, you know, when you look at them, you know, it was always the family dynamic in the story. And when I looked at Batman and Catwoman and their storyline, yeah, you take out the Nightmare story, you still have a good Batman. You know, you take out the Nightmare story, and you take out the wedding issue, you have a good story. But I really want to see... Yeah, it's Kara. I really want to see a layer to Batman and Catwoman. A layer to Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle Wayne. That's why I'm fingers crossed for that. Tom King, you better pull the trigger. When you look at it, like, I want to see more layers to them. I want to see them evolve. Like, that was the thing with Lois and Clark, the TV show, is you got to see them fall in love. You got to see them, like, bicker. Then you see them fall in love. Then they get married. And you want to see the next level, the next layer to their characters. You want to see them take care of a kid. You want to see them have a baby, raise the baby, teach the baby, you know, how to, you know, survive or live, you know. You want to see them evolve. Like, I mean, you don't have to, like, write in the story of them, like, you know, Helena growing slowly, but you could just write it in, like, Selina's having a baby, then they, you know, or Selina's pregnant, then they have the baby, then you see them years later and stuff. You want to see them evolve as characters. You want to see them have a new layer. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, you know, Batman gets married and Catwoman gets married. They have a kid, you sort of take away the thing. It's like, what thing? Them chasing each other rooftop? You can still do that. You can still do that. But, you know, you don't want to see them in the same funk every time. Because it gets old. It gets boring, fortunately. Why not see them evolve? Human beings evolve. They become something new. It's evolution of people. I want to see Selina Kyle become Selina Wayne for some reason. I want to see that. I want to see Bruce Wayne have a family. I mean, he does have kids, adopted. One son from a bitch. But I love Damian, but I fucking hate Talia. But honestly, in my opinion, Selina should have been the mother of Damian. She's more of a mother than that fucking Talia ever is. But you want to see, you want to see Bruce have a daughter. You want to see Selina have a daughter. It's a wonderful thing. You want to see it. I want to see that. I want to see Batman, Bruce Wayne evolve. I mean, you know, the one thing I will give Joel Schumacher's Batman and Robin a point, a positive point, is you got to see Bruce Wayne not really be cut off from everybody. You kind of see him more laid back, and I mean, yeah, it's George Clooney's acting, but I mean, he phoned it in. But you got to see him really be upbeat. You really got to see him upbeat and stuff. You know, he's more of a father figure to Dick Grayson. He's more of a son to Alfred, which I always viewed Alfred more as Bruce's father than Thomas. I just always viewed it that way. But the thing about it was, you never got to see Bruce Wayne really be emotionally, invested in something in the past and what he's looking at in the present and the future. And I will give Tom King points on, wanting to push Batman to evolve. I want to see it. I mean, you can still get the brooding, dark Batman at times, but it's does it have to be all the time? Does it always have to be all the time a Batman, always going my parents is dead, I have no choice? And it's can you just please move on? I mean, I know a lot of people love the Batman making the vow, which I'm one of those things where he vows not to kill and he vows to avenge his parents' death. And it's wouldn't Batman want to move forward, have a family of his own, really find happiness? I mean, it's always the whole point of Bruce being I can't be happy and be Batman at the same time. It's bullshit. Batman was smiling and happy when he was punching the shit out of criminals in the 40s and 50s. I mean, hell, if you ever watched the 60s Batman, that motherfucker's smiling where he's throwing pow, bam, biff at everybody. Batman can be happy, at times. He always smirks and smiles. I mean, what's stopping that? So, Lilo's barking, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna check. It's probably the fucking neighbors. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. More cats showing up. I think that marks number 9, so 9 cats now. So anyway, as I was saying, I want to see it all. I want to see Batman, Catwoman evolve. And for God's sakes, I do not want to see them in Earth 9 dead. I mean, Earth 2 dead, so father of cats. Yep. I swear to you, I think there is an underground cat tunnel where they're having a meeting. I swear to God, I think cats meet up somewhere and they'd be alright, you see that guy right there? The guy wearing the Batman shirt, now wearing a Batman hat? Yeah, that dude right there, the Batman. That dude will feed you. You just show up. You give those sad cat eyes. His heart will grow and he'll be I'll feed you. and care for you. Yeah, that dude right there, he will do it all. Ask Bob right there, man. He, like,